Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you my trading plan and my strategy to which I intend to achieve this $1,000 to $10,000 trading challenge. Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you my various trading plans and my trading strategies to which I intend to achieve my trading challenge, which is to turn $1,000 into $10,000. I'm just going to be educating you guys on the process and the entire thing that I'm going to be doing throughout the whole of the challenge. But first of all, I just want to address a couple of misconceptions about trading, generally speaking. First of all, if you're not aware, yes, I decided to hop on a trading challenge whereby I'll be challenging myself to turn $1,000 into $10,000. And no, this is not something new. It's something I've actually done before. And now I'm just going to rinse and repeat. This is not a trading class. I'm not going to be teaching you how to trade or how to do any of those things. No, it is none of that. This is strictly trading, strictly trade calls. Of course, I'm going to be dropping tutorials here and there, but it's not really basically all about tutorials. It's all about trading. It's a challenge, remember. First thing to know is all of the trade calls, every single trade that I'll be making will be in my private group. So if you're not in my private group, then you should send a DM to me. It's just $3 to join in. Secondly, and very importantly, this is not a get rich quick scheme. I know a lot of traders and a lot of content creators out there literally sell dreams to their followers. Well, I'm not in that circle. The last time I tried to do this, it actually took a couple of months, and I don't expect anything less right now. Although then, I wasn't really committed to it, but right now, I think I am. First of all, you need to understand my entire trading style. I am not a day trader. I'm not the type of person that hops into trades daily. No, I don't trade like that. People who know me, people who have been in my private group, they know that I am more of a swing trader, which means that I like to ride the swings depending on what the market is doing. But you need to understand that this is significantly different from day trading. Day trading is when you're in the market day to day and you're taking a couple of trades per day. However, swing trading is when you are more level-headed, in my opinion anyway, and then you are able to hop into the markets when you have the perfect edge. I mean, I know that's what trading is generally speaking, but I feel like I'm more in control when I'm swinging the markets rather than trying to scalp or day trade in the markets. So with that being said, let me show you something on my screen just to show you a little bit of some things. This video is actually going to be divided into three parts. I'm going to disclose my general trading plan, my entry plan or entry models, and I'm also going to be showing you how I intend to exit each trade and each market that I hop into. Most of the time, I'm only going to be trading major assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Solana, but just don't expect me to trade meme coins during this challenge. All right, so right on my screen is the price of Bitcoin, right? So I just want to show you guys what a swing trading style is going to look like. So for instance, let's go to like maybe the 1 hour time frame, for instance. So on this 1 hour time frame, I'm going to show you what a swing looks like. Look at this. So over here on my screen, these are the various swings in the market. Obviously, this swing has been favoring the downside more often, because we are kind of in a bearish market anyway. But look at this. This is what a swing would actually look like. Actually, let me use a clean chart, one where I've not analyzed before. BTC USD. All right. Okay, so this is what a swing would look like, right? This is on the 1 hour time frame. Let's say we still have this trend line here. By the way, if you don't know how to trade, if you're really new to trading and you don't know how to trade at all, it's very, very new to you, then I would really suggest that you take one of my programs, because that's going to introduce you into trading and you generally get a better idea or a better understanding of what you're doing. The last thing you want to be doing is playing in these markets without understanding what you're doing. You don't want to be in that situation, because right now I'm talking about trend lines. And if you're completely new to crypto, then you don't know what trend line is. So this is something that you have to watch out for. All right, so let me show you what a swing would look like. So look at this drop, right? We had this move here, then we had this correction, we had this move to the downside, then we had this correction, then we had this move. Now, all of these things, they are all swings. They are all market movements, right? So the market has moved from this top here all the way to this bottom here by 9%. If I was trading this on 10x leverage, this is a 90% gain from this move alone, just from Bitcoin dropping from 96K to 87K. That's a 10% move. Now, from here to here is another move Of course, it's not as plenty as this one. This is just 2%, about 3% actually. So it is not something that I would naturally want to trade. I don't know if that makes sense. So because I'm choosing to short the market, I'll be looking for the longer moves, because that's where, since the market is bearish, I'll be looking for a way to enter a short position. That's how I'm going to be doing it. So look at this now. This is another move. This is 8% on 10x leverage, 80%. Look at this one from here all the way down. This was a recent move. This one is how many percent? Another 9%. So we're looking at another 90%. And right now, I recently just hopped on another move right now. You see that Bitcoin is currently moving up, right? We're currently moving up like this. So this, what you're seeing right here, is another move, right? And I traded this one. I think my entry was around 81,000. Somewhere around here was where I made my entry. Around this point here. Somewhere around this area was where I made my entry. And right now, the swing has continued. And if you look at that trade, let me see how that trade is doing. I already adjusted my stop loss and all that, which is part of my exit strategies, but I'm going to be sharing that with you later on in this video. Right, so this trade is currently up by 40%, so it's really doing okay in my opinion. My entry was 81,297, so it's somewhere around here. Yeah, I was right. It's somewhere around here. This was where I entered. This was where I entered the trade. So right now I'm looking at the trade getting to a particular point, which I'm going to share with you. But that is for my entry models and the kind of trading that I'm doing. Actually, I haven't really gone in too deep into my entry models yet. I'm just showing you the type of trades that I'm doing. So I'm swinging the markets. I'm not day trading. This is something really important for you to know, please. Next in line is going to be my entry models. Before I enter any trade, I want to make sure that I have the best hedge. So let's go to like the 1 hour time frame. Let's look at the recent trade that we took. So I recently took a trade here, like I said, at 61,000 to something, somewhere around here, right? So the question is, why did I choose to enter that trade at that point in time? There are various reasons, but let's start from something like the 1 day time frame. When I'm analyzing these markets, I do not do it from the 1 hour. I do not do it from the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame. I go straight to the 1 week or the 1 day to see where the general market trend is going. If generally on the 1 day time frame or on the 1 week time frame the market is bullish, on the 1 hour time frame you have no business taking any short positions. That's how it works, and that is basically the way you'll be able to swing the market easily. So if you're able to understand perfectly well what the bigger time frame is doing and what is likely going to happen on the bigger time frame, if you're able to, be sure about that, have some certain level of conviction as regards to that, then you'll be able to see how you can plan your proper entry. So right now on the 1 day time frame, it looks like Bitcoin is about to flip bullish. So I am already in a long position. As you already know, there are various things that I'm using to measure the level of momentum in the markets, whether it is bullish or bearish. For instance, I pay attention to my oscillators a lot. So this stochastic RSI and this MACD are going to be my major tools that I will be using for this challenge. This is what I'm going to be using to execute all trades. They will help me show where there's momentum in the markets, whether we're in a bearish momentum or we're in a bullish momentum, and then I'll know where to trade towards, of course. So that is for my entry models. Like I said, I'm going to be paying attention to all of these, and I'm going to be paying attention also to the bigger time frames, okay? Because the bigger time frames will show you exactly where the market is going. I already explained this before. You'll have to rewind it in order for you to completely understand this. Now, thirdly, risk management and exit strategy, basically. So the thing that you need to focus on after you've been able to make a lot of money from trading, you have to have an exit plan. How are you going to exit the market? You have to have an exit strategy. Basically, a lot of people only have entries, they don't have exit plans. So my exit plan for this particular challenge would be to trail my stop loss. What does that mean? It means I'm going to be adjusting my stop loss on each position, basically. So right now, like I said, for this Bitcoin position, I entered right at this point, right at 81,200 or something, and my trade is currently up by about 40%. Now, initially, what I did was to adjust my stop loss to break even. Me choosing to adjust my stop loss to break even simply means that, let's say I made the entry here. Okay, let me just draw this so that we can completely understand this perfectly. So my entry was here, 1000 to something, and my stop loss was probably somewhere here, right? And I'm targeting here, right? So this is my target, which is around 90K. That is my ultimate target. And right now the trade is currently up significantly. So the first thing I did, if you notice, this is where the initial stop loss started. The initial stop loss on executing the trade was somewhere around here, right? Now, obviously, the reason for this stop loss is so that as I'm trading, in case my analysis is wrong, I don't get to lose my entire trading capital. I'll only lose a certain percentage. Me, I like to play with 30% loss at the very most. If I lose about 30%, I'm out of the trade. I don't want to trade anymore. That's what I like to do anyway. It's not like I always follow this all the time, but it's what I prefer to do. So once this trade is activated and is looking good, like it's happened here, the trade really moved very, very fast. And the next thing you want to do is adjust your stop loss to break even. So this stop loss that was here before, I'll then adjust it to here. That is the meaning of break even. So if I'm putting my stop loss at break even here, this means that if, for instance, as the prices had moved here like this, and it's consolidated like this, and then did this, let's say market decides to drop, right, significantly hard, I will get taken out of the position here. This means that I'm not going to make any money, neither am I going to be losing any money. However, I'll be able to protect the capital that I already have. Most of the times when people are coming into trading, they tend to forget that, okay, I'm coming into the market with $1,000. I don't think I want to lose that money. You know, most people are always thinking about the money that they are going to make. How about you also think about your risk, like what you could lose from this trade if it doesn't play out? Because that's something that people tend to forget about a lot of the times, and it's honestly due to greed. If you don't know how to control your greed, you're going to fall into a lot of problems in these markets, in any markets, to be honest. Greed is something that you have to be able to control. So looking at this here, right? Like I said, I already adjusted my stop loss to break even. Now that's step number one, and it's dependent on whether the trade moves in your direction or not. So right after that, as the prices keep going up, I then chose to adjust my stop loss again, because if you look at this here, we then began to form some sort of bull flag here. If you go to the 15 minutes time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, before this move happened, before this, right, this was a bull flag. And if you know what a bull flag is, basically a chart pattern that shows continuation of uptrend. Let me just show you that real quick. All right, so look at these examples of a bull flag. Look at them. We have this. They're basically the same thing. It's a continuation pattern. Look at this one here. Basically, prices go up, consolidates, then continues in the upwards direction. Same thing with this one, same thing with this one, same thing with this one. This is a case where it didn't play out exactly like that. So, of course, in bull flag formations or in any chart pattern formation, you should also consider the fact that it could also not play out. This is why your risk management is important. Most people are entering into trades thinking that they control the markets. You don't control the markets, you are just a participant. And if you don't participate accordingly, if you don't play your role the way you're supposed to play it, like a participant should and not a market maker, then you're going to lose money, because the market makers are going to sweep you out of the market. You don't control the market. The idea behind trading is to take what you can and leave. So look at this here. This one too is another bull flag formation. We have prices going up, consolidation, then continuation to the upside. Same thing here. So it's basically the same idea. You get the point. This is the flag. This is the pole of the flag. And then this is the flag itself. So let me show you how that looks. Basically, what I'm basically trying to describe to you is something like this. We have this being the pole of the flag. Then we have this being the flag itself. The pole and then the flag. And then usually, because I said this is a bullish formation, we are going to have prices continuing like this. All right, so for something like this, the entry model will probably be here, right? So this means that you'll be placing your stop loss somewhere around there, and it also means that there's a lot of demand in this area here. And it's very similar to what played out here eventually, because if you look at this, when I went to the 15 minutes time frame like we are now, in this area here where I marked with this green triangle, rectangle actually, look at this one. This green rectangle here is showing the area where I suspect there to be a lot of demand, right? So there's a lot of demand in this area here. So, and I'm already in a position, don't forget, I'm already in a long position, and then I've decided to adjust my stop loss. So like I said, my exit model is going to be trailing stop loss, which means I'll be moving my stop loss at from which means I'll keep adjusting my stop loss until I'm out of the trade. So look at this here. I've moved my stop loss to 83,000, which is just below the demand zone. So in my opinion, I believe that if prices are going to drop, they'll drop here and then continue upwards, you know, to reach 90k, which is my target. That is my belief. However, it may not play out like that, which is why I've adjusted my stop loss here. So the idea behind moving my stop loss to this place is in case it doesn't play out like that. If it doesn't play out like that and I'm kicked out of this trade at this point, it means that I would have made some money, right? I would have made some money out of this trade and I won't be at a total loss at all. As opposed to here when I won't have made anything, I won't have lost anything as well. And also as opposed to here when I would have lost 30%. I don't know if you see the difference. I would have lost 30% here. Here, I won't have lost anything. Here, I would have made only about, okay, if we're at 40% now, here is about 22%. It's not bad. Okay, a win is a win. So if I get stopped out at this point, I'm going to be happy, honestly. And this is how you accumulate your gains. With trailing stop loss, you find it very easy to accumulate gains when you're trading stop loss like this. This is actually a huge trading secret that I just told you. So this is the advantage of this challenge. We are all going to be doing this together, and you're going to see how this works very well, actually. So yeah, this is what I intend to do with this trading challenge. And I believe I've explained everything to you guys. If you have any question, you can send me a DM. Like I said, this whole trading challenge is happening in my private group. If you're not in my private group, then you should join into my private group because you're going to be missing out on all of these trades. It's just $3 for the monthly subscription. And that's it, guys. I will see you in the group. Bye.